Warning, this TBR is subject to change due to the fact that I cannot be trusted. Now it is time for my February TBR. I am so excited about all the books I plan to read in February. If you haven't heard, I host a readathon this February called For the Culture Readathon. If you don't know anything about it, make sure that you go look at the announcement video for that. There I explain the theme, the prompts, the group books, and the rules. And of course, if you have any questions about the readathon, you can feel free to ask me here or in the comments in that other video. I don't know who I think I am trying to read all these books, but some kind of way I'm gonna do it. Joplin's Ghost by Tanana Reeve Dew. If you've watched any of my videos before, like my Black Booktuber tag, you will know that Tanana Reeve Dew is my favorite author of all time. In this historical gothic novel that is part love story, part ghost story, the life of Phoenix Smalls gets turned upside down when a long dead music legend chooses her to continue his legacy. I am so excited for this. I love gothic novels. This will fit the prompts: Eve's Bayou, a gothic book, and Moonlight, an award-winning author. Next book, The Real Deal by Alexandra Warren. After finding out that her boyfriend has a whole fiance, Reagan must prove that she is over him. So she has to show off her new man. Except she does not have a new man. She needs a fake boyfriend. And innocent bystander Gavin just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and he must fulfill the role. And this fits Love Don't Cost a Thing, Fake Dating. Dawn by Octavia E. Butler. In my 2023 reading goals video, one of my goals was to read more Black classics, and I specifically wanted to dive more into Octavia E. Butler's catalog. After losing her husband and son in the atomic fire that consumes Earth, Lilith Ayapo wakes up hundreds of years later on a massive spaceship piloted by aliens who came just in time to save Earth's population from extinction. They have kept the survivors asleep for hundreds of years so that they can learn more about Earth. Now it's time for Lilith to lead them home back to Earth. However, the alien race that saved them survives by genetically merging with primitive civilizations, whether their hosts like it or not. So Earth gonna get inhabited, but not necessarily by humans. I have to read this now. This fits the prompts: Devil in a Blue Dress, a book with a adaptation. I have heard that Ava DuVernay is adapting this for Amazon Prime, and it fits The Harder They Fall, which is a book in a genre where Black people are underrepresented. Black people are definitely underrepresented in sci-fi. Nothing Burns as Bright as You by Ashley Woodfolk. This is a novel in verse that tells the story of grief, queer love, and the complexity of female friendships. Two girls, one wild day of fire, and years of their tumultuous history explored. This fits Set It Off because it has sapphic representation, and it also fits Poetic Justice because it is poetry, being a novel in verse. Astral by Sky Moon. A spontaneous 4th of July trip leads to an unforgettable weekend when sparks fly between Asher and Kira. This is the prequel to a romance series, the Woodgate series, so if I enjoy this prequel, I would definitely be continuing the series. And this fits Friday After Next, a book set during a holiday. Stone and Steel by Ebony Dunbar. This is a fantasy novella that I'm very, very excited to get to. When General Aaliyah triumphantly returns to the city of Titus, she is expecting to see the city thriving under the rule of the new queen, but instead everything is definitely not thriving. So she must gather all her allies, old and new, to help her save the city that made her. It fits Black Panther, a black fantasy with a mostly or all black cast. I'm pretty sure that the cast is mostly or all black. If not, I'll choose something else. It fits Cinderella, a book featuring Black people doing something that is seemingly impossible. We have a Black queen. And it fits Set It Off, Cleo, a sapphic book. Clickmate by Tia Kelly. Cole and Bellamy, both trying to escape from their regular lives, including each other because they're neighbors and they are constantly getting on each other's nerves, join an online culinary community because Cole is a great chef and Bellamy loves his creations. Only they don't know the faces behind the screen. They have both sworn off romance in real life, but what about online? This will fit the boomerang prompt. You gotta coordinate. Choose a book that matches your outfits. The main character and I have on a very similar colored shirt right now. I'm not completely sure if I'll get to this because it won't be out till late February. So I may not be able to get to it, but hopefully I can. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so that you can keep up with me, see my new videos, and also be notified when I post my wrap up and let y'all know how I feel about these books that I'm reading this month. The next prompt that I'm doing is Coming to America, a book set in an African country, but I have two options for this prompt. It definitely depends on my mood, which one I'll be reading. The first option is Single Dads Club by Therese Bahari. This is an opposites attract romance between a single dad and an ex-heiress, and it's set in South Africa. And my second option is The Old Drift by Samwali Serpell. This is a literary fiction / magical realism novel set in Zambia. It follows 3 generations of 3 different families while telling the story of a nation. So yeah, it just depends on if I'm more in the mood for a romance or if I'm more in the mood for literary fiction, which of these 2 books I'm going to read. Next, I'll be reading the 2 group books for the readathon. First, Love Radio by Ebony Liddell. This is a young adult romance about a teen boy who considers himself to be a love doctor, and he bets that he can make a girl who is completely not interested in romance fall in love with him in just 3 dates. This fits the Bad Boys 2 prompt because I will be buddy reading it, well, group reading it with the group. It fits Moonlight's award-winning book because it won a Black Book Award. It fits Next Friday, Pinky, a book with a pink cover. And it fits The Wood, a book about Black boy joy. The second group book is Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. Vern, desperate to escape the religious compound that she was raised in, flees to live in the woods while pregnant with twins. And she decides that she must raise her kids in the woods because the woods is better than the life that she knew outside the woods. But when she is forced to fight back against the community that will not leave her alone, she goes through a metamorphosis and releases a brutality far beyond what a human being should be capable of. This also fits Bad Boys 2. It fits Eve's Bayou, a gothic book. And it fits The Harder They Fall, a book in a genre or subgenre where Black people are severely underrepresented. I also have to make sure to leave room on my TBR for the Debo prompt, which is to steal a book off of someone else's TBR. Glitter and Kindling by Brittany Hester. This is pitched as The Hunger Games meets The Bachelorette, with a dystopian twist and a Black main character with vitiligo. It's supposed to have lots of action, romance, betrayal, and cool and futuristic technology. It would fit The Harder They Fall, a book in a genre where Black people are underrepresented. And we have Black Candle Women by Diane Marie Brown. This is a family drama with a magical twist about a decades-old curse on this family where any person that they fall in love with dies. And I have an arc of this book. It will not be coming out till February 28th, but I will hopefully be reading it before then. I think it would fit Black Panther, a Black fantasy with an all or mostly Black cast, and it would definitely fit the Cinderella prompts. It's possible. Read a book featuring Black characters doing something seemingly impossible because the characters in this book are Black witches. What is a book that you are excited to read in February? Make sure that you let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, check out my 2023 most anticipated releases video, and I will see you there. Bye.